Good evening, everybody. It is once again Ted the Speed Learner, and I know there's going to be a lot of people joining me in just a little bit because I told them, hey, I'm going to do a live stream. Let's see how many of them actually paid attention. Okay, so far, none. We know that's going to change really soon, especially since we got one. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Ted the Speed Learner. If you guys decide to join me, one of the things I'd like for you to do is I would like for you to tell me who you are so that I know who I'm talking to, because most of the time I have no idea who I'm talking to. So, good evening, everybody. I know this live stream is running a little late. Sorry about that. Let me take a look here and see. Well, let's see. Somebody replied to me. Okay. So we got one person in here, and I'm expecting a lot more. Let me see here. Maybe I can attract some attention. Let's see now. Hold on. Okay, and let's see. Next one is okay. Okay. Well, we still got one person here, and I'm sure we'll have more before this is all said and done. All right. First thing I want to tell you guys is when I do a live stream, I never take it down. Never, ever, ever. So you can watch it over and over again to your heart's content. Yay. So what are we going to talk about tonight? Well, we're going to talk about YouTube and COPPA. Okay. And as usual, I have my dry erase board, and this has come in handy. It's actually upside down, but it has come in handy a lot of times. I got to tell you how many times this has come in handy, especially now because of COPPA. It's going to become a lot more handy to me once COPPA is in full effect. What is going on here? Okay, here's what's going on. In 1990, I believe it was 1998 or whatever the heck it was, and if I've got that wrong, you are all welcome to correct me on that. I have no problem with that. But back then, they developed some kind of a Children's Online Privacy Protection Act. Now, what was this act supposed to be about? Well, you cut off part of the board. Survival to budget made easy. Don't worry about it. I'm going to show the full board. There's really nothing on it right now. As you can plainly see, there's absolutely nothing on the board at the moment. There will be, but not yet. So hang in there. We will be using it for the video. So there will be stuff on the board, but just not yet. Okay, so hang in there. Right now, it's an empty board. All right. So I want you guys to bear with me. But we have the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act. Now, this is either called COPPA or COPPA, depending on who you want to talk to. But anyway, in 1998, I believe it was, they invented this because there were websites specifically targeting kids that were under the age of 13 and collecting data from them in order to advertise to them and to try to get them to buy their products. And the Federal Trade Commission said, oh, you can't do that. And then they amended this in 2013 because of YouTube. Because YouTube was making videos Some of them were specifically targeted towards kids. Others, on the other hand, were made for adults, but kids just happened to like them and they happened to start watching them. Okay. Now then, let's fast forward to 2019. Certain parent advocacy groups started realizing three things. One, YouTube finally made YouTube TV. Okay, and it has become very, very popular. All right. And you can actually watch a YouTube video without being a member of the YouTube community. You don't have to sign up for a YouTube account to watch YouTube. Okay, so because of this, little kids 12 and under were watching YouTube videos. And what YouTube was doing was they were placing targeted ads on those videos. And we, the creators, could choose to have that done. So that was one way the kids were getting targeted. However, there are two other ways that this was happening. Another way was that to join the YouTube community, they would sign up for a membership. Okay, then they would become a potential content creator. Now, to do this, they have to be at least, this is where it gets good. Put this in blue here. Now, breaking this down for you people so you guys can see what's really going on here. They had to be at least 13 years old. I know this is written backwards, but you can probably see it as what, anyway, I could write it the other way around, but it would take a little bit longer and I don't want to take that much time. But anyway, you're finally getting the idea here. In order to become a member of the YouTube community, you have to be at least 13 years old. So what were these kids doing? They were lying about their age. And there were no consequences. YouTube didn't stop them. And more importantly, the parents didn't stop them. That was another problem. But there was a third way this was happening. And that was the parents would sign up for a membership. They were old enough. And then they would give their smartphones or their tablets to their kids while they were signed in so that the kids could watch the videos. These were kids that were 12 and under, could still watch the videos because they were, the parents had signed into their account and just handed the tablet or the smartphone to the kids, or even the laptop. Parent advocacy groups found out about this, and they turned that all into the FTC. And the FTC then went after YouTube and made a settlement with YouTube for $170 million. Now, this brings up some interesting questions. One, why didn't YouTube at that time, before the FTC ever got involved, why didn't they more strictly enforce their membership rules? Why didn't they have a way to check to see if those kids were really 13 and older or not? Good question. Number two, if they knew that parents were doing this, if parents were standing there signing into their accounts and then giving the kids unlimited access to YouTube, why didn't they more actively go after these parents for doing that? Good question. Only YouTube can provide the answers to those. But anyway, so instead of YouTube going on there and saying, hey, we're going to put an additional thing in your YouTube Studio Beta that says you have to now accept personalized targeted ads. Because see, if a parent says it's okay for the kids to get targeted ads, there's nothing, the Federal Trade Commission doesn't get involved. The Federal Trade Commission only gets involved if the parents say, no, our kids cannot get these targeted ads, and they still feed them to them anyway. So if they say on their membership, hey, we are more than glad to have these targeted ads, and put that button directly into the YouTube studio, and we have to sign it, this problem will be over in 5 seconds. Instead of doing that, now we have to declare our videos either made for kids or not made for kids. Now, this leads to a problem. What do they consider made for kids? Now, obviously, if you have a video in which you are clearly talking about toys, that's made for kids. No question about that. Or if you're drawing Disney characters, or if you're drawing superheroes or anything like that, that's made for kids. That's fine. Those kind of videos should be labeled made for kids. But you see, it gets worse, because it's not just videos that specifically target kids, which if you're on the regular YouTube, you shouldn't be doing that anyway. But it's now if a kid is even the remotest bit interested in your video, regardless of whether you target it to them or not. Like when I videotape parades. That's right. When I videotape parades, I don't videotape that specifically for kids. I'm not saying to an 8-year-old, hey, you've got to watch this. I don't do that. Now, I will grant you that I have friends from high school. They've had kids and grandkids, both. I've met them. Okay. If they want to watch my videos, they're more than welcome to do so. I have friends at work. I've met their kids and grandkids too. And if they want to watch my videos, they can if they want. But I don't throw it down their throats. I'm like, oh, if you want to, go ahead. But anyway, I don't necessarily target that way. And yes, I have met people in parades, because I've gone to parades early, and I have talked to people in parades, both the parents and the kids, and said, hey, you're going to be in my YouTube video. They're like, ooh, yay! Okay. But when I make those parade videos, I make them for everybody. Not just parents, not just kids, but for everybody. Now I have to mark them made for kids. The same thing with those Looking for Lincoln and Route 66 wayside markers. I don't specifically target kids, but kids might show an interest in stuff like that. Oh, it's a sign. We get to pencil rub the seal for a souvenir. That's a kid's activity. I have to label that now made for kids. Now, this wouldn't be too bad because I never have placed advertising on any of them. Never. I've never advertised on these things. I have no intentions of advertising on them. Same thing with the Abraham Lincoln funeral reenactment I did. I videotaped that whole thing. I videotaped the bicentennial of the state of Illinois. Videotaped the whole thing. I have been around downtown Decatur. I videotaped the whole thing there. I've been to Nelson Park and videotaped the ducks out there. Okay. I've done all this. The main reason I did this was not to make money. I never monetized any of it. Not one bit. Because I knew that like the Decatur Chamber of Commerce or whoever runs the Looking for Lincoln stuff, which I've met the people that run the Looking for Lincoln stuff, and so on and so forth, they wouldn't be too happy with me if I was making money off their stuff. So I never made any money. Not one dime. Nothing. Zero. Not even a dime. But that's not the problem. You think that's a problem, but it's really not. Okay? So we don't monetize it. Big deal. The problem is that that's not all they're cutting off. If you have a video like that now, guess what also gets cut off? I'll tell you what gets cut off. cards. You know those teaser click cards that appear on the upper right corner of the video? As of January 1st, those are going to be gone. Do you realize how many hours I spent putting those cards up there so that the kids, if they got interested in one sign, they could go to the next one and the next one and the next one after that? Those will all be gone. Okay? But it gets worse. Guess what also they cut off? They also cut off they cut off comments. That's right. Nobody can leave you feedback. So you don't know how good or bad you did in that video. They'll all be gone. Even though you didn't monetize the dang thing, even though you're FTC compliant, your comments are going to be completely gone. Zip, gone. Vamoose. But it gets worse. When your channel has over 1,000 subscribers, you get something called the community tab. I have the community tab. Now, some of my videos are made, quote, made for kids. Okay? But not all of them. Not all of them. So why would my community tab be removed when only a portion of my content is, quote, made for kids? Even though it really was never made for kids, it just falls under that guideline. But it gets worse. Like, wait a minute, it can't get any worse. Oh, yes, it can. Your end screens disappear, so you won't have those on your videos anymore. And notifications, they're going to disappear too. You mean when I click that bell to get notified of your videos as they come up one after the next, I'll get nothing? If it's deemed made for kids? Yep, that's going away too. You mean we'll never know if you posted up certain videos like parades or sign videos or anything like that? That's right. You're not. But it gets worse. How much worse does this thing get? Oh, it gets worse. I'm going to take all these off and show you how bad it gets. As if you needed to know. That's right, folks. Playlists. Your playlists will disappear. Now, not all playlists I don't think will disappear. But some of them will. I have an Abraham Lincoln playlist. That'll probably disappear. I have a Route 66 playlist. That'll probably disappear. I have a couple other playlists like elementary mathematics. That could all disappear. You see what I mean? That's how bad it can get. So you're like, well, how are these kids ever going to find these videos? They're not. That's the whole idea. They're never going to find them. And I'm trying to use these videos to attract everyone to my YouTube channel so they'll watch my educational videos, which aren't made for kids, but could actually be monetized with targeted ads. That was the whole idea. Put some free stuff out there, they get attracted to that, and then boom, they'll go to the other stuff, which they can do. Okay? So that's how bad it gets. So you're like, wait a minute. What are we going to do about this? This is bad. This is really bad. There's even a few videos where I have reviewed other people's videos. Some of those I had to target made for kids. Even though there's nothing on there except me talking, because I am talking to somebody who made a video that was family friendly, not necessarily made for kids, but just family friendly, but they'll have to classify it now as made for kids. Like people playing video games or they take a vacation or whatever. There you go. This is happening, people. And the thing is, if you say your video is not made for kids, and the Federal Trade Commission says, oh, yes, it is, you can get fined up to $42,000 per video. That's how bad it can get. Do you realize how many videos I have on my YouTube channel right now? Over 4,000. I now have to go through all of them and tell people whether they're made for kids or not. And that's the first thing. If I'm not placing any ads on any video, why should I tell them anything? Good question. That's another good question. Okay. So, how does that affect some of you? Well, Crazy Josh Cravey, this will affect you. You remember that little logo that you have called the Cravey Train? I want to take that down because that's kid friendly. Now you'll have to declare those videos made for kids because you have that logo on there. How would that affect survival on a budget made easy? Well, you do those fast food reviews. Kids might get curious about that. So there you go. That's all made for kids now. That's how far reaching this is. If this goes through like I'm thinking it's going to go through, now they could change this, and I hope they do. But if they keep this up, eventually you're not going to find any content worthwhile to watch on YouTube. Not at all. Unless, of course, YouTube makes it. And you know what's going to happen if YouTube makes this content. They'll have you'll have to get that YouTube Premium, and you'll have to pay for it. You got $10 a month lying around? I certainly don't. Now, if it was $10 a year, that'd be okay. But the $10 a month, I don't have that kind of money. So, what are we going to do about all this? Well, first of all, this will be my last live stream until I get all this corrected. I have to now go through 4,000 videos and then mark the ones that I think are made for kids, and then the other ones I have to mark not made for kids. I have to do that all 4,000 of my videos. Do you realize how long it's going to take? And remember, I have 3 YouTube channels. I have the Instagram reviews, which I can set that channel to not made for kids because none of that stuff over there is made for kids. No kid's ever going to watch any of that. They don't watch it now. And Speed Learner Plus, which was supposed to be a pay-per-view channel, but it's not, and it never will be. So I'll have to set all those videos to not made for kids. But my main channel will have to be set for whether it's made for kids or not. I have to go through 4,000 videos to do this. It will take some time. It'll probably take me all the way through the holidays. This is not what I wanted to do for YouTube. Now, if I get it done early, I might do something for Christmas. I don't know. But until that gets done, I've got to do it. Legally, I've got to do this. This is going to disrupt every ounce of education that I was planning to give to you guys. Now, the thing is, it does get worse because every video that is made for kids, you can't have sponsored by anybody. You can't put the membership thing. You know, they have that little membership thing. If you're part of the partner program and you have that membership thing, you can't put that on the made for kid videos. You can put that on your other stuff, but not the made for kids. One thing you can do, though, is if you particularly create an item for everybody and you want to say, like my Kindle books, I can go on here today and I can say, I have 4 Kindle books. If you want to know where they are, and they're $5 a piece. Okay, I said, Survival Budget Made Easy says, I just marked my channel as not making videos that are directed to children. Well, keep an eye on that. And if they start saying your fast food stuff is made for children, let it go, because you don't want to be fined $42,000. I promise you don't want that to happen. But just keep an eye on that. Otherwise, I think you're pretty much in the clear. I've seen most of your videos, and yes, most of them, no kid's ever going to want to know any of that. But the fast food ones, that could be a little questionable. So we'll see. The more information I get, the more I'll give to you. But I'm going to keep my eyes open to see what the heck they're doing. And they could change some of this. And I hope they do. I want YouTube to start putting an extra button on the studio thing saying we will accept targeted ads. And if you don't accept those targeted ads, you don't have a YouTube account. Boom. Then they could end this in 5 seconds. But of course, YouTube won't do this. Well, maybe they will, but I doubt it. But if you guys are listening to me, that's something you should recommend to YouTube. Next thing, how are we going to advertise our videos? Okay. I have 2 fan pages. One is the Speed Learner fan page. The other one is a Looking for Lincoln Route 66 fan page. So if you can't leave comments on the actual video itself, you can, on the other hand, you can place them on the 2 fan pages. You can place all the comments you want, and I'll help you find certain videos that you're looking for. I'll do that for the fan pages. The next thing is I'm going to start making a lot more video responses. As soon as I correct all my videos, I'm going to make video responses. And I'm going to review your videos. So if your video ends up being marked made for kids, it won't matter anyway because I'll review it. You say, well, nobody will see your review because that'll have to be marked made for kids too. Yes, they will, because it'll be on my fan page. And if it's on my fan page, everybody will see it. And they'll be able to comment on it from there. We'll just bypass YouTube. That's all perfectly legit. From now on, how I will make money from YouTube, because of these ridiculous rules, is that I will start publishing more Kindle books. So there won't be quite as many videos of any real substance on this channel until either I get my partnership back or I start publishing more Kindle books, or the current Kindle books I have get more revenue. Okay. And I would like to issue an apology tonight. I don't normally do this, but I will issue an apology. And for the last few years, I've always criticized some of these videos for putting advertisements within the video itself that we would have to skip in order to go on to the context of the video. I'd like to apologize for that. I hope they start doing that. I hope they start advertising merchandise in their videos from now on. We'll just have to learn to skip from now on if we don't want that particular merchandise. But we're just going to have to tolerate that. And I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry we're going to have to do it that way. So every one of my videos from now on is going to have to include an advertisement. Hey, I got Kindle books. If you want to read them, you let me know and I'll send you the links to them. They're $5 a piece. You can have them. And I will be writing more Kindle books, and that will take up more of my time. So there won't be as many videos. And I'm sorry for that. I am really sorry for that. But like I said, I'm going to start reviewing more people's videos. And if their video is, quote, made for kids, even though it really isn't, but you have to declare it as such, I will review it, put it on my Facebook fan page. People will watch it, and then they'll go over to the original video because I'll have a link in the description. Another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fix the links to all the other videos in the description of those videos, because they said they were removing the comments. I didn't say anything about removing the description of the video. Well, if they're not going to remove the description of the video, I can put the hyperlinks to the other videos in them, and then they'll just have to copy and paste. That's a sucky way to go about it, but that's it. What else am I going to do? But I will always recommend from now on, I'm going to send another post on my community tab. I'm going to say, if you guys want to know where my videos are, join up with my Facebook fan page. And I'll have you guys join up with that. And I'll have, I already have the Speed Learner fan page in not only the description of my Navigating My YouTube Channel 2019 video, but also if you go to the About tab. Hi, Crazy Josh Cravey. I know you've kind of missed a little bit of this stuff. I would like for you, when this is all over with, to review everything I've just said in this video, because it does affect you. It affects me. It affects everybody. This is far worse than I could have ever imagined. So I really hope that you will review this video and share it with every one of your friends and start taking the actions I'm telling you to take. If you guys have a video that you have to mark made for kids, you send it to my Speed Learner fan page. I'll even put a link to that. As a matter of fact, I'll just go ahead and type it in the live stream. Hold on. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. The first link I'm going to share. Okay, I am halfway through your previous live stream by tonight. I should be able to finish it and watch the beginning of this one. Okay, I'm glad to hear that. Watch this one as soon as you possibly can, because this is a life-changing thing here on YouTube. All right. Now, the first thing I'm going to share with you guys, not only this live stream, but I'll actually put it in the description of this live stream when it's all said and done, is the fan page for the Looking for Lincoln and Route 66 Wayside markers, so you guys can actually find them. I'm posting 2 a day until I post every last one of them. So there's quite a few on there. You can already see for yourself. That way, if my playlist disappears, you guys can still see them. Now, as for the original Speed Learner fan page, let's go back. No. There we go. This is the link to my original Speed Learner fan page. I know I haven't done anything with it for a long time, but I will be doing a lot with it now. I promise you. And I will put both links in the description of this video. If you go to the About tab on my main channel page, you will actually see that link. And also, you will see that in the description of my Navigating My YouTube Channel 2019 video. You'll see that as well. So there are 3 places where that can be found. And if you guys ask for it again, I'll be more than happy to do that. So anyway, if you guys want to know how to obtain my Kindle books, let me know, and I'll send you the links to all of them, and you can buy them. And there will be more Kindle books in the coming year. I promise you. There may not be as many videos, but by golly, there's going to be a lot of Kindle books. I guarantee it. There was already one in the works. I just was trying to get my partnership back. Scrap that. If I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. That fever is over with. After what they just did to us, I'm not that interested. I don't know that I'd ever monetize a video anymore. I mean, I could. I suppose I could monetize my Italian videos or some of my higher-end math videos, because nobody's going to care about derivatives. No kid's ever going to watch that, I promise you. Teenagers might, but the little kids, they are going to watch that, I promise you. The health care bill things that I did, none of them, they're never going to watch those. Of course, not the adults watch them either, but that's not the point. So there's a lot of videos that people just don't watch, and especially kids. And so it's going to be very easy for me to, they're not going to watch a review of mine about an Elton John song. A lot of these kids don't even know who Elton John is, except for the fact they watched this whatever movie that came out. called Rocket Man, and they just think that that's the life of Elton John. That's some of the life of Elton John. That's not the whole story. Some of that was very glamorized, and, well, you know, they're not going to care about that. I assure you, my review of the Rick James song Super Freak, no young kid's ever going to want to watch that. So it'd be perfectly safe for me to monetize. So I think you guys can see for yourselves how this is going. So like I said, if you end up with a video that you have to mark made for kids, let me know. I'll review it on my YouTube channel and then put that review on my Facebook fan page so you guys can all see it. Because you won't be notified of it. You won't be, you know, there's a lot of things that's not going to happen. It's going to be very tough to even find it because they knock out those playlists. There you go. So anyway, but that's the whole thing. That is what's going on, people. And you need to really take this seriously. You need to go contact the FTC and tell them what's going on. You need to contact every YouTuber and say, you don't understand. It's not just the monetization. They're always focused on that monetization. That is not the real issue here. No community tab, no comments, no playlists, no cards, no notifications. That destroys a YouTube channel. It really does. I mean, if worse came to worse, and I had to do it, I'll take every one of those videos that I think are made for kids, I'll knock them off the air. And then nobody will ever see them. You're going to be hard-pressed to find a parade video on YouTube after January 1st. Sign videos, community activity videos, you're going to find it really hard to find any of those. Because kids might actually watch it. We need a button on our new YouTube Studio Beta that says we accept personalized targeted ads. When we click that, that's what we really need. See what I mean? And we should send that to the FTC. Why don't we have a button on there that says we accept targeted ads? If you don't accept it, you can't be a member of YouTube. That solved the problem in 3 seconds. Then they couldn't say, well, we weren't told. Yes, you were. It's in your YouTube studio, bright as day. They could put it in big, bold colors. Say, you have to accept this or you can't be a part of YouTube. Problem solved. But why should we, who are not monetizing our videos, have to tell YouTube whether our content is made for kids or not? Because technically, we're not even involved with the FTC. If we have no targeted ads on our videos, why are we having to tell them anything? I'll do it, but why should we have to? Why should I have to go through 4,000 videos and tell them anything? If none of them are going to be monetized, why? That's ridiculous. So, you know, complying with a law and agreeing with it is two different things. I will comply with their law, no problem. But I don't agree with it at all. I highly disagree with this. And I think you can see why. If you've got a kid and he or she is 12 years or younger, ship them off to YouTube Kids and don't ever let them be on the main platform. Or if you show them something that's from our main platform, you make dang sure you're there with them. And accept the targeted ads. That's a part of YouTube. Well, anyway, now that I've told you what the real problem with YouTube is now, What's your feedback? What do you think of my idea of creating groups and then putting the videos there so that people that really want to comment on can do that? You'll be able to read the comments. And another way you could do this is you tell us to join your Twitter and we'll join it. And when you pop something up, we'll just have to click it from there. And we'll just monitor Twitter. And you just have to send it to all of us. I know it's a real pain in the butt, but it can be done. But I'd be happy to join your groups and you could join mine, and there you go. And we can share that information with one another. So I'd like to hear you guys' feedback on this. I really would. What do you guys think about this? Like I said, this would not be a problem if it was just no monetization. You don't want to monetize a video. I was never going to monetize those stuff that was made for kids anyway. I would never do that. But, yeah, it is insane. Crazy Josh Cravey has it right. This is insane. No playlist, no comments, no community tab, no notifications. What are we supposed to do with this channel? No end screens, no cards. How are these people even going to be able to find our videos? It's crazy. It's just downright nuts. Anybody else want to give me feedback on this? Any other ideas you guys have had that could still get those videos out and people can still actually know what's out there and know what's going on? Because I'm all ears. I think one other thing we can do as a community, I am looking at it as a positive thing. I mark my channel not being targeted kids, but since my videos are in that platform, I should be safe. Well, that's good for you. But we all know I'm not safe. We all know Crazy Josh Cravey isn't safe. I feel bad about this. I really do. But the other thing we can do is, obviously, I missed some huge news. I'll refrain from taking action or giving suggestions until I hear the whole story. Okay. That's fine. There's plenty of videos out there now, but we need to make videos. You and I and everybody else, we need to make videos and tell these people this. I don't think people really realize how big this story actually is. They think, oh, it's just about the monetization. It isn't. You are losing a lot more than monetization. And I don't think people know this. So, yes, there's plenty of videos out there. You can watch that all night tonight, and you can see all the content yourself. You're going to see what I'm talking about. It's really bad. People are just screaming right now. It's going to have a humongous impact on YouTube. If a bunch of content creators dump out, the advertisers will have no place to advertise. And then that could be the end of YouTube. Then where are we going to share our videos? And how are we going to ever get money? It's going to be bad. It's really going to be a lot worse than people think. This is not an ad apocalypse. This is it. I do not do toy video games or kid-oriented subject matter. YouTube may drive viewers to my channel. Yeah, certainly not Vimeo. So Survival on a Budget Made Easy was saying that he didn't do toy games or kid-oriented subject videos. That's true. But like I said, with those restaurant ones, keep an eye on that because they may slap that one. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. That's me. But Crazy Josh Cravey says certainly not Vimeo. I kind of agree. Vimeo's, but see, the thing with Twitch is that's all live stream. That's nothing else. Here's the worst part. Here's the worst part. I was going to actually do video game tutorials, like on The Legend of Zelda. But if nobody's ever going to see it, what's the point? I mean, I was going to actually set up my Kodak Easy Share next to my bed as I was playing Mega Man X and show you guys what you have to do with your fingers to actually get Mega Man X to get his X Buster. I was going to do that. Why do it now? It probably nobody will ever see it, so why do it? It's sad. It really is. So, like I said, if you guys come up with any ideas, whatever, I am more than willing to listen to all your feedback. Like I said, you guys want to leave something on my Facebook fan pages, go ahead, because I'm opening up to you guys. Here you go. There you are. And I would have quite enjoyed to see all that. Oh boy, what a mess. Oh, I agree with you, Crazy Josh Cravey. Now, if they change things, if they actually change things, which I hope they do, I'll put it up there. No question about it. I'll get that TV turned on. I'll hook up my Nintendos. And there you go. I'll actually show you how to do that. But until then, there's no way. I'm not even sure what kind of content I'll put up here. I certainly I could put up my tutorials on Ubuntu Linux and SVG. This should have no effect on my HTML videos, none whatsoever. Even if I'm doing SVG, I can just draw basic shapes and let you guys just play with it for a while, and there you go. But it really shouldn't affect my memory videos at all. I should be able to just do that easily, as I cover news articles and medical terminology that kids will be not at the least bit interested in, that kind of thing. So that should never be a problem. My Italian videos should stay up. That playlist should never be affected at all. You guys will be able to see that. Most of my mathematics stuff, except for the elementary mathematics, that should stay right where it is. So it just depends. But I definitely want you guys' feedback. So as you guys learn more and more about the situation, and like I said, there could be changes. The FTC is accepting comments clear till December 9th, so they may change some of this. And like I said, even YouTube itself may actually change their strategy and put a button on the Studio app that says you have to accept targeted ads or you can't be a part of YouTube anymore. 10 seconds, they'd solve that. Hundreds of people would dump out, but the rest of them would be fine with this. And it would solve that problem in 3 seconds. Then we wouldn't have to adjust anything. We could put our cards back up. We could reinstate our community tab, the whole 9 yards. So I did try to notify some people that we were doing this tonight, and I hope that they actually watched. If they haven't watched now, they probably will watch later. Doesn't matter. But like I said, until I can clear up all of these videos, and I fully intend to do so, then I can't put out any more content. I'm going to have to go through and just whatever. It will take some time. I'm hoping I'll be able to put some content out by the end of the holidays. Hopefully before we get to New Year's. If really good, we might put out some by Christmas. I don't know. But I just wanted to let you guys know what the real situation was, what you were dealing with, and more importantly, some solutions that I think will actually work. All right. Well, I wish I advertised my store. My Amazon store is growing faster in regards to money than my YouTube channel did. I'm glad to hear that. I really am. And for the videos that are not necessarily made for quote kids, I would have no problems putting an advertised merchandising thing on there. But I do know something about you have to have certain requirements for the Amazon merchandise store. I don't know what the whole requirement thing is. You'd have to take me step by step through that. I don't know that there would actually be I don't know what I would advertise with my Kindle books, because like I said, I do real well with Kindle books, but everything else, I mean, I don't even have a design yet for my Speed Learner channel. What I'd like to do is design a lightning bolt that would actually hit a book, and that would be the symbol of the Speed Learner. But I haven't designed that yet. I just haven't had any time because I was trying to get my partnership back. But at this rate, I don't know if it's even worth it. They're going to have to make the partnership program worth it. And if they don't, well, that's too bad. But I see I have 7 people. The beautiful golden hour. Hello, I am absolutely terrified and worried, sick over this new COPPA law, being a YouTuber for 12 years. I totally agree with you. And like I said, I have a Facebook fan page, actually 2 Facebook fan pages. I just put them up on my live stream earlier, and I will put them in the description of this live stream when this live stream is over. What I want you to do is, if you have a video that you have to mark made for kids, put it in my fan page. I will do a review on it, and I'm trying to get more people onto my fan page stuff, and that way they can go through video after video after video, and they will see not only your video, but my response to it. And that should get you, because if I'm responding to it, that shows that there's some genuine interest in it, and then therefore they will actually, more people will be more likely to watch it. And I'm going to try to help you increase your views. Many of my videos are for all audiences. Yes, yeah, good idea. Where can I post my videos? I did a handful. Okay, let me hold on. Let's see. Why do I do this? Bear with me. Okay. There you go. And like I said, when this live stream's over with, okay, I think it is the Forrest Gump syndrome. One person starts running another. Okay. Okay, well, we're getting a lot of comments here. Hang on just a second. It says, survival on a budget made easy. I think it's the Forrest Gump syndrome. One person starts running the other person because of a panic. The beautiful golden hour. I have a few vintage toy like Taco Bell dogs, pound puppies, Cabbage Patch, and Web Kids. Those I set for kids. ILRSNC. Hello, Speed Learner. Thank you for keeping us informed. The beautiful golden hour says, K, I will post the ones I feel for kids there. I appreciate that. I will review them just as quick as I can. Do give me some time to fix my main channel. Mine is in a bad shape right now because, like I said, I have those events that I went to and those sign videos. I have to mark them all made for kids, and it will take me some time to do that. So bear with me. By the end of the holidays, that'll all be corrected, and we'll be back in business. Cheryl E's video. I've actually watched some videos from not only Daryl E's, but from several other people, and that's why I'm fixing my videos the way I am. And it's going to be quite an ordeal for me. I just applied for your Facebook group. Thanks for inviting me. Let's see. Here we go. Yes. Hold on. I definitely approve. You got it. Okay. There you go. You're very welcome on that. Like I said, I will review review any of your videos just as soon as I get a chance to do so. Like I said, I have 4,000 videos I have to go through myself and fix those. So bear with me. Okay, I will add the ones I feel are for kids there. Good idea. And I will be more than happy on every one of my videos from now on to advertise my Facebook groups and also my Kindle books. so that you guys will start reading them. And there you go. But we are definitely going to have to take better steps in this, because this is a game that I don't like YouTube playing with us. So, yeah. But wow, I didn't expect this much feedback. This is great. I haven't had this much feedback ever on my channel. So, yes. But anything I could do, and spread the word. That's the most important thing. Spread my Facebook group to people. Also, but do tell them that during this holiday season, while I'm fixing my own videos, I'm not going to have a chance to respond to them as soon as that fixing's over. Okay, I made it through, not the partnership rules, made it through the ad apocalypse. I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did. And if you Survival on a Budget Made Easy, you have any tips for us, if you can get us on the Amazon merchandising program or whatever, that'd be great. Okay, not sure if you are a subscriber of mine. Hope you can check my videos on my YouTube channel, see which ones are kids. Okay. I think we will get through this. Okay. Whew, I'm getting a lot of feedback here. So, I will check out to see if I'm subscribed to your channel or not. If I'm not, I will. But like I said, I just bear with me while I'm fixing my own videos, because unlike you who could just say, well, okay, it's all for kids or all not, I have to go through and mark every single one of them. That it will take. I've already marked about 400 videos, but you're talking 4,000, so it will take some time. So bear with me. It will come. It's just going to take a little time. It's like, Merry Christmas, we're going to rip you off. Ugh. But I appreciate your sentiments, Survival on a Budget Made Easy, and any tips that you or anybody else can give us, be more than welcome right here. Okay, and I will do whatever I can to help you guys out. So, woo! Oh my word, it's gonna be a nightmare. Oh wow, because I plan to videotape parades next year. I plan to videotape more of these signs next year. And I have to mark every one of them made for kids. Unless they change the rules. They should at least give us warning if we make a video wrong. Will they seriously fine us? Beautiful Golden Hour, my answer to you is that I agree they should give you a warning before they do anything, but that doesn't mean they will. And because this is the Federal Trade Commission, it has nothing really to do with YouTube, but it's Federal Trade Commission. It is more likely, if you demonetize your video, it's less likely going to get tagged. But if you don't demonetize it, it'll get tagged quick. Okay, so Survival on a Budget Made Easy says P, and I don't know what the heck that is. The Beautiful Golden Hour says that is heartless and dictatorship. I totally agree with you. I 100% agree. This is really more YouTube's problem than ours. We didn't necessarily design these for kids. Just because they're family friendly does not necessarily mean they're specifically for kids. I'm not trying to teach the ABCs to a 3-year-old. I have no intentions of doing that. I brought myself here to help people facing eviction, starvation, and bullyism in high school. I had no intentions ever of teaching a 3-year-old the ABCs. Okay, the handful I set for kids probably will automatically be demonetized. They might be, but for safety purposes, I would demonetize them myself before I'd ever let them get a hold of it. I enjoy posting vintage thrift hauls, some with toys, other adult that collect them too. I totally agree with you. I agree with all this. I feel bad about it. I really do. But we have to play by their rules until they change the rules. And I have a feeling after December 9th, they are going to change some rules. Okay, I will demonetize them. I'm glad this is just for safety purposes. Once they fully get this thing implemented and they play with all the rules and they get everything set back up, I'm sure some of those we might be able to monetize again. But like with my parades and my sign stuff, I wouldn't monetize them anyway. So that to me, that's not a real problem. I'm not even on the partnership program at the moment. So monetizing is not a real issue with me. When I get it back, the lessons I'm teaching to adults, that's the ones I'm going to monetize. Everything else will just be left alone. Okay, they may be not as harsh because all the complaints and worrying here. Yeah, it's going to be quite an ordeal. I'm not going to kid you on this. This is from the beautiful Golden Hour. I'm glad you've come by, and I'm glad you're giving your feedback. I'm glad you're listening to this. But I guarantee you, with as much feedback as they're getting at right now, and they are getting a ton, I can't even imagine how much they're getting. I think that they'll have some changes, and the one thing I really would like for them to change more than anything else is if you are not monetizing a video, you should have cards and everything else. Why should we lose our community tab, our cards, our end screens, and our comments when we know we have the video monetized? I have been monetizing my videos for 6 years. I have also several channels that aren't monetized. I have 3 channels myself, and I didn't mind the first 2 being demonetized because there wasn't a whole lot of views there anyway. But when my main Speed Learner channel went down with no monetization at all, that was pretty... I was like, wait, what? I mean, when I got on the monetization program, I was able to monetize all 3 channels, but not anymore. And that's ridiculous. Just because those 2 channels don't get as many views as mine, I achieved your goal. So anyway, yeah, I feel bad about this. I really feel this is about the worst I've ever felt. But I think the viewers are going to be hurt the most. Even though we creators are going to get hurt a lot, the viewers are going to get hurt the most, because when they look up a prey video, they're not going to find one. When they look up like my sign videos, they're not going to find them. Some fishing videos, if there's kids in the fishing videos, or they're standing there saying, this is a carp, you'll never find that either. And that's really, the viewers themselves do not know what kind of a hot plate they put themselves in. And the whole platform could go down in flames. Then where will we go? That's the whole thing. I mean, what other video service is going to be like this? Another thing I could do is start putting more content on my Patreon. I do have a Patreon page, and I may start putting sections of my next Kindle book onto my Patreon page. And if you have to subscribe, you're going to have to go over there, subscribe, and then you'll be able to read my Patreon stuff. That may be another thing I may have to do. I may have to go onto a blogging site. I don't know. I really, at this point, I don't know. But we're going to have to advertise each other. This is going to really tie the YouTube community together. We're going to have to advertise each other. We're really going to have to depend on each other. What did I get? Oh, good. So we'll all work together, and I got an 8th person here. Who are you? And welcome to this wonderful live stream. Okay, that 8th person is now gone. Okay. One other channel YouTube marked for a few of mine, and for 18 and over, that was crazy. I know. We got an 8th person in here. Whoever you are, please let us know who you are. We welcome you with open arms. We want to hear from you. I didn't think we'd do this well for this live stream night, but apparently we are. I'm glad you're all here. So, well, like I said, oh, we got a 9th person. We have a 9th person in the room right now. I'm glad that you're here. Please let us know who you are. We would love to know who you are. I'd love to tell you things, and I'd love to hear whatever you have to say. Okay, Redneck Adventure, I love you. The Beautiful Golden Hour. It was a video where I walked down the steps at a concrete stairwell. Is marked adults only. Oh, boy. I tell you. So, well, as you people are coming in here and talking to me, and I'm thrilled. I want to hear your feedback on this YouTube and COPPA thing. Okay, Survival to Budget Made Easy says, Golden Hour, a lot of my gun reviews got hit too, but I keep going. That was ridiculous. That's a beautiful Golden Hour. I'm like you. This is yeah, that's ridiculous. But anyway, while we're letting more and more people join up in this little conversation, and I'm glad you're here, and I'll listen to your guys' ideas, and I'll give you as many ideas as I can think of tonight to help us all out. I guess walking video is for 18 and older, LOL. Oh, boy. If that's the case, they should have bunked me over there in Pontiac, because I came out of the Pontiac Museum this past year, and there was a piece of concrete, and I didn't see it right off the bat, and I bumped into it, almost fell. But a few of the walking videos were not marked adults only. Yeah. So, yeah, I kind of bumped into a piece of concrete over there in Pontiac. That's what you see in the actual video as I'm trying to show you guys these Route 66 signs. It was pretty cold the day I did that. See, a lot of people don't realize the kind of things I went through when I did the Looking for Lincoln and Route 66 wayside markers. They really have no idea. The day I went over there to Pontiac, it started off cold, then it rained, then it got a little bit warmer, and then it got real cold again. And by the time I was videotaping that motorcycle cop, it was a silhouette of a motorcycle cop. That's what it was, a silhouette of a motorcycle cop. It was freezing. I got frostbite on my hands videotaping that. So, okay. Good. All right. But that's just one of the things that I went through. But a few other okay, never mind. The other one I went through, I went from Dwight to Joliet this past year. And when I left Decatur, it was 60, 65 degrees. Lala, I posted a video to your group about flowers, which was reviewed by a human saying it's not safe for anyone to watch. That was insane. Okay, I'm going to review that right after the holidays. So bear with me. It may get reviewed before the holidays. I don't know. It just depends on how fast I can get these videos fixed up. But anyway, when I left Decatur, it was 60 degrees. And by the time I got up to Joliet, it was only 52 degrees. And I was in a jacket wearing my red nose. Okay, and I'm still posting my videos in the group I marked for kids. Thanks. You are quite welcome on that. Thank you very much for submitting them. And like I said, just as soon as I can get to them, I will review them. So bear with me. It's coming. But anyway, can you imagine wearing a hooded sweatshirt, a red nose, and videotaping a sign? That was cold. That was just brutally cold. Let's see. That wasn't the only time it was ever cold. I remember that second trip to Bloomington I made to videotape signs up there. That day was cold. I'm not kidding you. That was a cold, cold, cold day. And people don't realize how cold that was. I was, 32 degrees? Because when I left Decatur, it was 45, but when I got to Bloomington, it was 32. I was like, woo! And I had to walk 4 blocks from the Illinois State University parking lot all the way over to where the sign was. Why does it still say I am required by COPPA to set my videos when I already did 3 days ago? I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know. This is kind of new to me too. They only just released this a couple of days ago, so I'm just starting to figure this whole thing out. What I don't understand is when I sit there and mark something not made for kids, why it doesn't say this is not made. There is no marking that says it's not made for kids. Have I set my videos? So I've set about 400 of them, but you have to keep in mind I had 4,000 of them, actually 4,000 plus. So it's going to take some time to set all of them. But yes, I have set about 400 of them. But I'm having to go through individually because some of this stuff was not made for kids and some of it was. Did you set some for kids and some not? Yes, I had to. Because, like I said, when it comes to my educational videos, when I'm teaching derivatives, no kid's going to watch a derivatives video. Not at all. When I reviewed Elton John's Philadelphia Freedom, they're not going to watch that. So I had to mark it as no, it is not made for kids. So yeah, there's a lot of videos on my channel. I reviewed other people's work, and a lot of that work was not made for kids, especially the stuff I reviewed for Survival on a Budget Made Easy and for Crazy Josh Cravey and so on and so forth. In my video response wars videos, a lot of that was never made for kids. I made that for Crazy Josh Cravey, and he was obviously older than 12. Oh, do lots of you do lots of gardening of nature videos. I have those not for kids. Well, wow. I'll have to watch them and see if they might have a problem. Like I said, they might have a problem with it now, but they may not have a problem with it later. I don't know. They're still getting comments. FTC's getting comments all in December 9th, so we don't know what the final verdict is going to be. This is just a preliminary thing, so I don't know. But just keep an eye on them. See if YouTube marks them at all. If they don't, I don't know. I just don't know at this point. I just didn't want to take any chances with my parade or my sign videos because I knew that was okay. Some kid might watch that. I'm like, son of... Anyway. Woo! I have never had this many people watching a live stream ever. I've had like 5 or 6, but now we've had as high as 9 people in this live stream. This is nice. I've never had a live stream like this. Oh, it's really a shame I have to work tomorrow, but thankfully, I'm not going to have Valentine's. Good night. I'm not going to have Thanksgiving off, unfortunately, guys. There is a possibility I might have Christmas Day off. I don't know, but I won't be making any videos on Christmas Day. So, the Goose Master, I love you. I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad you're here, too. Wow, we're getting a lot of people here. This is great. And like I said, these live streams, they run, they are up there forever. Azure795, my boy Owen sent me to you. I'm glad he did. Oh, okay, the Goose Master, same. Okay. Glad to have you guys here. 10 people in my live stream tonight. This is fantastic. This is really good. Okay, 9. Wow. I'm glad you're all here. I'm glad. Okay, the beautiful golden hour. I mean, it did say if there are toys that appeal to children, I doubt my garden tour and plant videos will appeal to them. The Taco Bell dogs might appeal. Only time will tell on that one. I just don't know. I'm getting a lot of conflicting information. I'm just going through what I do know for sure, and for the rest of it, wow, that's going to be tough. It's going to be tough for a lot of us. I'm not kidding you. This is going to be really tough for all of us. But we'll go through this one step at a time. I encourage you guys to go ahead and watch my videos. I see you have some vintage toy stuff too in the background. Yes, I have a bunch of Transformers from back in 85 and 86, and I did go through them in a live stream earlier this year. I'm not going to go through them tonight, but after all, we might have to mark this made for kids. But anyway, yep. So those videos that you made with transfer, did you set it for kids? Not yet, but I will. And it's one live stream I did this with, and yes, I will mark this as I will mark that live stream as made for kids. Because who knows? I don't want to take any chances. Like I said, they may change this. After December 9th, they may change a lot of this. And if they do, it'll be thank heavens they did. But we'll see. Huh. Wow. I haven't been this busy ever in a live stream. This is cool. I'm glad you guys showed up tonight. Normally what I do here is I educate you people because I hope they do and they realize they were hard on us. I totally agree. 100% agree. Just because something is family friendly does not necessarily mean it was made specifically for kids. I mean, there's a lot of teenagers that were actually in these parades that would love to see themselves, and adults too, because there were a lot of adults in those parades. And as for the sign videos, a lot of parents would like to see this to get their kids away from the very internet that they're all worried about. Well, this would get them away from that internet and get them doing something other than watching the internet all the time. Besides, if you're playing Pokemon Go, those sign videos are targets of Pokemon Go. People don't know that, but it's true. So that's kind of neat. Oh, I didn't think I was this interesting. Apparently, I picked a very interesting topic tonight, and I'm glad I was here. But Arger Masterin, interesting. Well, glad you found this whole thing interesting. And like I said, this live stream will be up forever, so you guys can just watch it to your leisure. But so I wonder how many people we're going to actually get in this live stream tonight. This is going to be fun. I've never had this many people in a live stream ever. Now, the other things you're going to find on my Speed Learner fan page, I am a big fan of James Burke. I don't know whether you guys who know who he is. Azure795 says preach. Okay, well, I don't know about preach, but anyway. Any of you guys know who James Burke is? Okay, he had a TV show way back when called Connections. And a lot of the material you find on my fan page, other than now videos, because you're going to find a lot of that now, will be from the James Burke thing. Also, what you will find is the code necessary to do some of those lessons that I covered in HTML. I did that too. So you're going to find some very interesting stuff over there, stuff that I did not put on my YouTube channel. I was planning to do it at some point, but I never did. I was planning to actually do memory videos from that, but I never got that done. So we'll have to see how that goes. But like I said, over the next few weeks, I'm going to have to go ahead and update all my videos, and I'm not looking forward to that. Oh, well. If you guys, now, I don't know how many of you people have an old laptop that doesn't work anymore. If you take the hard drive out of it and you put another one in that's brand new and clean, you should be able to put Linux in it, and Linux is free, 100% free, and you can actually do a lot of stuff with that laptop. I've got a laptop right now. I'm running from a laptop that has Linux in it and running this live stream right now from a Linux laptop. It was an old laptop. I just put the hard drive into it and put some Linux into it, and there you go. Hey, for a second there, we actually had 12 people in this live stream. This was fantastic. This is great. This is absolutely great. But I encourage you to put Linux in there because you can actually run your... Now, granted, Hannah Jean, I love you. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad you're here, actually. Thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it. So, but anyway, I'll get off that. Anyway, that is another thing. As you guys, you say, well, why would we want to watch a bunch of HTML videos? Because if you get good at HTML and SVG, you can actually create very nice not toggle and not tag. You can create thumbnails. That's what I'm thinking. You can create some very interesting thumbnails. Sam Dion, I love you, bro. The best content. Well, I'm glad you like me so much. That's wonderful. Thank you. I appreciate all of it. But if you want to create a good thumbnail, you can start watching my HTML lessons, learning how to do that, and then you can create some very interesting thumbnails. I've gotten to lesson 157. If I see some real interest in it, I'll go ahead and make an 158th lesson on that. No problem. I would love to do that. But you'll have to do it from Linux. You could do SVG the hard way, but if you do it from Linux, you can create the animations. Oh, it's just reflecting on my screen. Okay. You can do the animations from... you couldn't do an animation from a thumbnail, but you could actually do animations for your YouTube channel with a computer program called Exist, which is a database. And what that database would do is call for certain numbers at certain times and then pump them in, and there you go. So that is the main reason why you should watch my HTML lessons and start getting a Linux computer. I have my Linux is Ubuntu. There's something called Zorin, and I'm gonna have to check it out. If it's the way I think it is, we'll get that into my system. I'm hoping to upgrade this from Ubuntu to Zorin, and we'll see how that goes. But wow. But that's the main reason why I have those HTML lessons. You may not have the sound for it, but you could actually create some graphics that would be really, really cool. You can create some adult graphics so the kids wouldn't be attracted. One of the things you guys could do for your channel, if you're really interested in doing this, is doing what I'm doing right now and reviewing adult movies. Okay, and you can do those reviews, and they can attract attention because people will want to know what you think of a movie. And I was thinking about doing that. There's plenty of movies that I've watched, like Free Jack and Die Hard. I could go through a dozen movies. Some of them I've already done. I did a review of Bridesmaids. So there you go. But I'm going to check to see what YouTube does about all this. If they really start changing the rules and everything goes according to plan, I could very easily start making Let's Plays on my YouTube channel, never monetizing, because I have no intention of monetizing any of that, and then just simply say it's not made for kids. And say, look, it's just made for everybody. That's what they need to do, is have a family-friendly thing. And then if your video is deemed family-friendly, you'd just have to moderate the comments rather than have them completely removed. And that's what I like to see. So, woo! But I encourage everybody here to not only submit your videos that you have to mark made for kids to my fan page, and I will review them in 2020. I promise you that. They're going to be all reviewed. And then on top of that, watch my videos and learn some stuff and apply that knowledge to everything you're doing. And if you have any questions, you're more than welcome to ask me, and I'll help you out every chance I get. I was kind of busy this summer because I was trying to videotape parades and that kind of stuff, but hopefully I won't be as busy during the next year, especially when it comes to March and April. I usually don't travel until about May or June. I do plan to go to the Chain of Rocks Bridge this year. I don't know exactly when. But Redneck Avenger, please do Let's Plays. I tell you what, if they are a little more clear about the rules of the Let's Plays, I'll do them. But I want some clarification on that stuff, because I don't want that stuff made for kids and nobody ever sees it. That I don't want. Unless, of course, people like you are going to advertise them for me so that people can see this stuff. because I'm not going to do a Let's Play and never have it seen by anybody. I can just play my games in here and do just as good. I want people to see my work. And if people like you are going to say, hey, look, you need to watch this guy because he's actually going to take his I actually have a tripod. Let me show you this. This is a tripod, and I actually use this for some parades. Some parades I don't do that with. When it comes to the relay, I got a pretty good shot at doing stuff like this. When it comes to like the Razzle Dazzle Good Time Parade, it's so utterly crowded that I don't want to get into the situation where I have this mounted and somebody knocks it over. I want that camera in my hand so they have to knock me over with the camera. At that point, that would be really upsetting. But that's why I don't do this. It's kind of big, it's bulky, and people would not appreciate that. So it's better not to do that. What's your Azure 795 says, what's your opinion on the OK Boomer conversation? I didn't know there was an OK Boomer conversation going on. You'll have to let me know about that because I didn't know anything was going on. So, but anyway, I can actually set up that tripod next to my bed. I have no idea what you guys are talking about. You'll have to let me know about that one. That's something I know nothing about. Anyway, but like I said, I've heard of this. Apparently, it's a new fad where young people make fun of baby boomers. That's all I really know about it, according to Crazy Josh Cravey. Baby boomers. Well. I don't know that many baby boomers. I don't know anything about that. But I can tell you this. It really doesn't matter how young or old you are. In this world, think about this. I'll go ahead and do a little lesson here because I just really wanted to do this. Just thought of this, and I'm going to go ahead and do it. Whoop. Since I'm thinking about this, let's do it. Ever heard of this? It's called the ENIAC, otherwise known as the ENIAC. The ENIAC, you can look this up. The ENIAC was a computer years and years and years ago. It took up an entire room. It was massive. It was a really big computer. And people today don't realize when they hold up their smartphone, and here's my smartphone, okay? You take a look at this and you think back to the ENIAC. I mean, that the two are not even close. This thing is faster than the ENIAC, smarter than the ENIAC, and smaller than the ENIAC. So my real question now that you say, well, what's that got to do with anything? Well, how many people have ever heard the story of John Bunyan? Well, John Bunyan, it's a legendary story. It's about a guy, and he was really good at putting railroad ties into railroad tracks. He had this big hammer, and he just hit it once, and boom, the tie was in the track. Well, they invented a machine that could do it faster. And so he tried to outrace the machine. He tried to put up the same amount of railroad ties as the machine, and he actually got it done. Only problem is that he wasn't well, and nobody knew how unwell he was until he got finished and he took his last breath, so to speak. So he accomplished his mission, but that was the last mission he ever accomplished. We are fighting the same battle here between the smartphone and this brain. The question is, which one in the end will be proven smarter? Our brain or that? Anyway, Crazy Josh Cravey says it has a very loose definition of baby boomer. It basically applies to anyone over 40. Well, I got news for you. I am less than 6 months away from being 50 years old. AARP definitely knows about this, and they have been pestering me for the last 5 years to join up with them. I'm not going to join up right now, but they've been pestering me for the last 5 years. But anyway, I can tell you, in some ways, not all, but in some ways, my fitness routine, I have this little exercise over here. It's a stair stepper, and I also have a total gym in the other room. Okay, try what Budget Made Easy says. Hey, okay, got to get some sleep. Good night, brother from another mother. Good night, all. Good night, and thank you for joining us. But anyway, just to finish my little story, when in the way of exercising, no, I don't have any bulging biceps, but I can tell you what, my cardio is probably about, well, pretty comparable to some of you guys. You would be surprised how long I'd last. So before you think, oh man, he's just a chump, you might want to think twice. So there you go. So before you think, oh man, he couldn't survive. Yeah, he probably could. Oh, so anyway. Well, folks, I want to thank each and every one of you for joining me for this presentation. It's been about an hour and a half now. And unfortunately, I hate to say this, but it is getting to that point where I probably should get ready to go to work. I don't have to work tonight, but what I do have to do is I do have to work tomorrow night, and I have to get some things ready so I can go ahead and do that. I, unlike some of you young rednecks who hardly have to do anything, and you can just eat whatever you like and do whatever you like. Well, some of us not so young folks, we actually have to do an exercise routine and whatever just to stay fit. And so I will have to do my exercise routine tomorrow, and I will have to actually do some other things as well. So I really appreciate you guys stopping by tonight, and either by Christmas or shortly thereafter, I will have all my videos fixed. I'm a redneck. Okay, Redneck Avenger, I'm glad to hear that. Well, you know what? I'm a redneck too. That's right. That's why I wear a Relay for Life ball cap when I go out and videotape those parades and also the Relay for Life. I videotape that as well. So I'm glad you're a redneck because I'm a redneck too. Let me tell you something. I understand when people used to go to the Kmart and eat French fries and hot dogs and watch the breeze blow by. Yeah. Let me tell you something. You're talking to a guy who used to shop at Goldblatt's, Cousin Fred's, and Tolly's, and I can think of some other places too. I used to shop at Monkey Ward's. Yeah, there used to be a Monkey Ward's in this town. I used to shop at J.C. Penney's, and I did shop at Kmart too. And I also shopped at Turnstile before it became Venture, before it became K's Merchandise, before it became nothing at all. I used to go to the Rogers Theater and the Avon and the Lincoln and the General Cinema at Northgate. Like, man, boy, this guy's got some good memories. Yeah, I do. So, yeah, I too am a redneck. That's right. Just because I wasn't a humongous fan of Gunsmoke doesn't mean I never watched an episode of Gunsmoke. I did. I watched a lot of them, actually, but I can't say I'm particularly a fan of it. Wow. So anyway, finally, I'm just finally getting to the point where I will finally have to cut this off and go. I don't want to go. I'd love to just stay up all night with you guys and just talk and talk and talk until my face falls off. But, you know, eventually I will lose my voice and all you'll be seeing is this. I don't think you want to see psst. Actually, psst sounds good right now because it just reminds me of a soft drink, and I'd love to drink a soft drink right about now. But, yeah. So, give me a couple of weeks or at least 3 to fix all of my videos. It's going to be a long time before I get all those videos fixed up. And then, as soon as I do, I'm going to make more response videos. I'm going to make more Kindle books. I'm going to advertise my Kindle books in every single video from now on. I wish it didn't have to be like that, but YouTube's not giving me much of a choice. I've got to start making money, and I need to make some passive income. It's not that I don't want to educate you people. I do, but at this rate, I may never get my partnership back because the very videos that could actually make me a partnership, I'm going to have to post made for kids. Anyway, I want to thank every one of you for joining me tonight. And the next time I get on here, and I will let you guys know, go to my Facebook fan page, and I will definitely let you know the next time I'm going to get on. And we will have a lot more to talk about. I will actually sit down. I will make some content, and I will actually show you stuff that will just amaze you. And we'll just have to take it from there. But once again, I want to tell you guys, I really appreciate you showing up here tonight. We may even actually do a video response wars because I'd love to do another one of those. I really do. And I really appreciate you guys stopping by tonight and checking this out. Share this video with your friends so that they may benefit from what I'm trying to do for you. I would love to tweet out your stuff and video response to your stuff and so on and so forth. Share it on my I want to see more people joining my Facebook fan pages. I do. And the more information I get, the more I'm going to share with all of you. All right. Excuse me. That was not intentional. All right. Well, I want to thank you guys very much for joining me for this particular presentation. I will definitely tell you more YouTube videos. Definitely check out the HTML videos. The main reason I say that is because you can design thumbnails that will be absolutely awesome, and you'll learn to do some stuff that could make you some real money. And definitely read my Kindle books. Please read my Kindle books. All right. I will tell you guys more in a future video, so I would like for you to stay tuned.